Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to the live. Me and Twin Flames Universe, Drake. And so settle in, just relax, and we're going to be talking about a lot of topics today. Give you some juicy things going on. Can you be in union as soon as you meet? Yeah, I mean, you can. You can get into union. Anything is possible. Well, if you don't want anything to do with your twin flame, then why are you here? But no, if you don't want anything to do with your twin flame, that is just because you're numbing out to your desire, you're not fully accepting your desire, you're pushing it away, because you're always going to desire your twin flame, you're always going to want them. But if you're numbing out, or you're not feeling all of your emotions, if you are not loving yourself or not being present with yourself, then yeah, you may feel like you want nothing to do with your twin flame. How to eliminate communication blockage. So if your twin flame isn't talking to you, you're finding that you reach out to them, you're texting them, or trying to call them, or whatever it is, maybe you're blocked. Your twin flame is not talking to you, or they're not communicating with you because they're reflecting a miscommunication with yourself. They're reflecting a part of you that you are not communicating with, that you're not listening to. And so if you experience it, then it's about, you have to ask yourself, hey, where am I ignoring myself? Where am I not communicating with myself? Well, if you want to date somebody else, I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's not going to really like speed up your union or anything. And the relationship will just end at some point. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Age gaps in twin flames are completely normal. So I guess the answer to every single question that I can see is mirror exercise. And so every single question that you guys have can be answered with the mirror exercise. What if my twin flame is not talking to me? What if my twin flame is with somebody else? What if my twin flame is mad at me? What if my twin flame is married? What if my twin flame wants me to move out? What if my twin flame says this? What if my twin flame says that? Well, yeah, of course I'm going to say that. But that's the way, right? Like, if anything is upsetting you about your twin flame, you literally just have to do the mirror exercise because they're reflecting something within you. If you feel a certain feeling, then it's important to look at that. Okay? Do the mirror exercise in front of you. Okay, so let's go back to the basics. Let's do this, okay? Ready? Don't worry, guys. I got you. Let's go from the book. Okay, so the mirror exercise steps. Step 1. Describe in one concise sentence the upset you are experiencing. So, for example, let's try this. We'll do all the basics, and I promise this will help. So, for example, there's an example of the book. It says, I'm upset at my twin flame because they do not want to be with me or anything to do with my life. I'm upset because I feel abandoned and betrayed by my twin flame. So that's step 1. You're writing out the exercise and why you're upset. And this is very crucial to do. Get a notebook and writing it down, all of your upsets, because it's going to help you identify them more. Step 2. Write the sentence all over again, but switch the nouns to pronouns and point them to yourself. Because every single upset that your twin flame mirrors to you is only an upset within you and your consciousness because you're one consciousness. Okay, so step 2, it would be, if we're reading this example, I'm upset at myself because I do not want to be with myself or have anything to do with myself. I'm upset at myself because I feel abandoned and betrayed from myself or by myself. Okay, so that's the upset. That's what you're actually upset about. It's something within you that you're doing to yourself. Okay, it says here, the mirror exercise works because your external life is always a reflection of all levels of your consciousness, which is created by the core choices inside your mind. What you're choosing on the inside of yourself
is what is being reflected on the outside of yourself. That's the result and the truth of the law of attraction. As within, so without. These annoyances or upsets are annoyances and upsets inside of you. You're automatically creating on the outside, which is being reflected back to you from your inside. Okay? So once you got step 2 down, you go to step 3. Ask yourself, is there any truth to this statement? And the answer is always yes. So the answer is always yes about your upsets. Okay? So step 3. Ready? And it says yes, because it's in your experience. Go deeper until you find the root of the issue. Okay? So when you find the root of the issue, you know that's where you need love. Okay? And so now we have step 4. And this is the most important part of the exercise. Okay? So I'm going to read it to you. Speak to the part of yourself causing the upset and love yourself until you've experienced peace, relief, and completion within. Do the visualization exercise to further this healing if need be. So I always do the visualization exercise because it helps me. It helps me identify exactly where I need to go. So I'll read it to you. Close your eyes and imagine meeting the part of you which is not feeling loved, which you have identified to have been creating the issue which has arisen. Invite it to come closer to you. Then invite it into a hug. Hug that part of you with an open heart, bringing that part of yourself into a deep and loving hug. Tell that part of you how much you love it and pull it in even closer to you. They haven't completely melted into you and become part of you. Give them more love. Choose to love that part of you, calling for love wholly. Okay? So more love, more love, more love. For example, say you have found this part of you that you've been abandoning, right? For example, say it's your inner child. You're going to, it's kind of like you're closing your eyes and you're imagining meeting this part of yourself that's upset. And so you may see it as your inner child. You may see it as yourself right now. You may see it as yourself when you were a teenager, okay? But that's the most important part. You have to really feel and tune into your heart and feel your feelings of, okay, where is this? Where am I abandoning myself? Where am I not communicating with myself? Okay? And then you visualize that. And when you see that, because this part of you will always come up. It will always come up to be healed. Okay? And then you still have your eyes closed, and you walk up to the child or whoever you're seeing, and you ask them, what do you need to feel completely loved here? And they're going to tell you, they're going to speak to you. They may say, I need a hug. I need a kiss on the cheek. I need you to tell me that I'm perfect, that I'm worthy of love. Whatever they need. They may say, I need you to listen to me more. I need you to pay attention to me more. You give them all of that. You say, okay, yes, I will pay more attention to you. I choose, this is really important too. I choose to pay attention to you. I choose to listen to you. I choose to not ignore you. I choose to not abandon you, right? You keep saying this, and you keep making those new choices in your mind where you were recently choosing to abandon yourself before, right? Making new choices. Okay, what else do you need to feel loved? I need you to give me a hug. I need you to tell me that I'm perfect, that I'm loved. Whatever it is, keep doing that until they're completely peaceful. Keep asking them. And then they'll tell you, say, no, I'm not upset anymore. I feel good. I feel peaceful. And then that is when you merge them back with yourself. You give them a nice big hug and you allow them to go back into you. And the reason why the mirror exercise is so important to heal all of the things in your twin flame union is because the mirror exercise points you directly to where this belief is in your consciousness. Like, let me go deeper into explaining it. So say you're experiencing your twin flame not communicating with you. That upsets you. It only upsets you because of the fact that you are not communicating with yourself somewhere. Okay? And you find this part of you that you're not communicating with, you heal them, you give them love, and you'll experience your twin flame starting to communicate with you more because they only treat you how you're treating yourself because you're one consciousness. Say there's this upset that they're with somebody else and it keeps bringing up the feeling within you that you're not good enough, that you're not good enough for love. So now you know, because the mirror exercise will go deeper. You may find, like, I'm upset because my twin flame is with somebody else. If you mirror it, I'm upset because I'm with myself. And you may get confused and go, well, why am I upset about that? Well, maybe you go deeper into that, and then there's the deeper feeling of you feel upset because you don't feel good enough to be with love, to be with yourself, to be with all of yourself. Okay? Excuse me. And then so you find and pinpoint, okay, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel good enough. Correct? And that's when you say, oh, okay, I found the core of it. And then this part of you comes up, and it's the part of you that was your child self, and maybe your mom was yelling at you because you did something, like you knocked over a glass of milk, and then she was like, you're a bad child, I don't love you, blah, 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 whatever she said. And then boom, that's where the misaligned thought of, oh, I'm not good enough for love came from. And then so you just found the core of that. And then you would go and you would love yourself there until this child part of you feels completely better. But that's why it's so important to do the mirror exercise, because your twin flame is mirroring something, but it may not be what you think it is. It may be childhood stuff. It may be past relationship stuff. So make sure you write it down when you're doing it, okay? And just give yourself a lot of presence. It's okay if you don't get it at first. But this is literally the answer to all of the problems that you guys are having in your life. And I can answer questions for you. I'm here to do that. But ultimately, when I'm not here, because we're only here on Mondays, you guys should all be doing the mirror exercise, because that's really what's going to help you in your journey and further your union and further your inner work and everything else. And will change your life, because you're healing all the separation that you feel within yourself. Because the what's it called? I'm not worthy of love is you're feeling separate from love. You feel separate from your love, right? You don't feel worthy of it, so you feel separate of it. So, yeah. And if you don't have the book Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover, just go get it. It's on Amazon, okay? And it has a whole chapter, in depth, on the mirror exercise. Yeah, the mirror exercise will heal anything. It will heal the third party. Like I said, how do you feel about the third party? Does it make you feel not good enough? Are you looking for love outside of yourself? There's all these things that a third party could be reflecting in your union. And so you just figure out what that is and use the mirror exercise, and that heals that. You can be in union with your twin flame even if you're married. It's okay. It's okay if you're married. Doesn't mean you can't be your twin flame. Nothing can stop you. There's actually a lot of twin flames in here that were married or with somebody else, and now they're with their twin flame, so it's okay. Yeah, well, if you stop doing the mirror exercise, your results will change. Yeah, the results should be permanent, but you have to keep doing it over and over again. It's okay, so say, for example, you want to be swole. You want to have big muscles, okay? It's just an example. And you go to the gym. You have to keep going to the gym consistently your whole life if you want to maintain your muscle mass. If you want to grow even bigger, you have to do even more things, right? You can't just go to the gym for 6 months and then go, okay, I'm done now. I've achieved the body that I wanted or whatever. No, you can't do that, because you have to maintain that. So you have to keep doing that repeatedly to maintain your body. Yeah, you may retain some muscle mass, but most of it will go away if you just quit the gym. It's the same thing as the mirror exercise. Yeah, you may maintain some things, but things aren't going to change as rapidly, or things may shift back if you're not completely doing the mirror exercise, because you have to keep making those same choices within yourself. You'll know when a core upset is healed, of course. And then when that core upset is healed, you won't have to experience that anymore. But core upsets take a lot of time to heal, in my experience. Again, it's different for everybody. But I wouldn't say it's highly unlikely because anything is possible. But in my experience, I'm still healing blocks that I was healing 5 years ago. So, but it goes deeper every time that I do it, and I have results, and I do see change because I still am doing the mirror exercise every day. You have to do the mirror exercise every day. If there's one day when you're not upset and you're at peace, then yeah, don't do the mirror exercise. You don't need to do it because you're not upset. But if you're upset about something, if you don't feel good about something, then there you go. Then you know that you need to do the mirror exercise and love yourself more. Yeah, if you don't get upset for everything, then that's good. That means like you're healing. The more you're expanding your peace. You can be friends with your twin flame if they're with somebody else, but you have to, again, honor yourself and honor your boundaries. Yeah, the mirror exercise is like, those are your results. You have union with your twin flame. You have harmonious union. You have everything with your twin flame when you do the mirror exercise. It works. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter if you're just divorcing. You can be with your twin flame. Like, there's no limits. It doesn't matter like what's going on the outside, really, to be honest. It doesn't matter if you're like in the middle of divorcing somebody. It doesn't matter if you have 5 children. Like, all the old relationship things, like, it doesn't really matter. Because maybe you're like, oh, well, I can't be with my twin flame right now because everyone's going to think I'm a bad person because I just divorced somebody. Who cares? It's your twin flame. Do whatever you want, right? Like, don't worry about what other people are saying. Like, that's your twin flame. Just go for it. Go for it. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. Yeah. So if you're waiting for meeting in person, that means that you're waiting for something. You're in a waiting energy. When you're in a waiting energy, it's very hard to attract things to you because you're constantly going, I don't have this. I don't have this. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. If you're waiting for it, you're going to be waiting forever. Fun fact, right? Just like if you're waiting for your twin flame to text you first, you're going to be waiting forever. Just freaking text them. Just do it. Who cares? Like, who cares what happens? Who cares? Just do it. Honestly, okay. And this is not the case for everybody because, you know, they may have put boundaries with you. You may be blocked, blah, blah, blah. But if you and your twin flame have been talking or you're in contact, you have each other's numbers, you're not blocked, just freaking text them. Don't sit around and go, oh, well, I'm going to wait for my twin flame to make the first move. I'm going to not text them. I'm going to ignore my phone, blah, blah, blah. But I really want to text my twin flame, but I'm not going to do it because he got to do it first. No, stop that. Stop that. Stop. No. Text your twin flame, okay? Because I used to do this too. I used to go, I want my twin flame to text me, like, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I don't want to text her. And that was me trying to, like, control because my heart was saying, just text her. Just do it. And, you know, guess what happened when I did text her? When I texted her, she texted me back instantly, okay? And then we were texting for a little bit, maybe like 3 text messages, and then she calls me on the phone. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Just do it. Don't be afraid. Like, and even if you do it and you don't get the result that you wanted, that's okay too. It means they're showing you something deeper. But don't let fear stop you. Fear is gonna try in every single way to stop you from being in your union. It's gonna make up 10 million excuses. Oh, your twin flame doesn't like you. Don't call them. Your twin flame's with somebody else. Don't do this. Okay. You can't have all this money because it's bad for you. You can't be with your twin flame because you're married or you have children. You can't be with your twin flame because you're 10 years older than them. Fuck that. No. I feel like I'm swatting a fly away. I'm not. I'm saying no. Don't do that. Fear's stupid and dumb. Don't listen to it. If you listen to fear, you're not going to have results on your twin flame journey. You're just going to stay where you're at. It's not going to be a fun thing for you. You're going to be very miserable. Okay? Let me tell you a story I had about fear. So, there was a time where I really wanted to kiss my twin flame. I was feeling it in my heart. God was like, and God even told me, hey, you're going to kiss your twin flame. I said, okay. And I had a little fear. I said, well, what if she rejects me? What if she doesn't say this? And then I told myself, and I said, stop it. No. And then I said, do I want this? I said, yes. Do I choose this? Yes. And so then I was getting her food. And she sent me a kissy face. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait till I get to her house to send this message. Because then she won't have like any time to kind of process it. She has to come down and see me right now because I got her food. Okay? She's not going to wait upstairs to go get her food to go process something. No, that's not my twin flame. So I come back. I'm sitting in her driveway and I text her and I go, oh, I'm here, and kiss me in real life. And she just says, okay. She comes down the stairs. And I'm like, I'm feeling good. I said, all right, here we go. And so I give her food. And I'm like, so, you let me kiss you, or let me kiss you, or something like that. Something within those lines. And she's, oh no, you're gonna be late to your thing. You're gonna be late to your thing. You're gonna be blah blah blah. And I said, no, I'm not gonna be late to my thing. I'm not gonna be late. No, I'm good. Yeah, but what if? And I literally said, I don't care. And I opened my car door and I was patting my seat. I was like, come in. And so she smiled at me and she comes in, she sits down, and I leaned over and I kissed her. And you know what? If I had stopped and I was like, oh yeah, you're right, I'm gonna be late to my thing, I wouldn't have got it when I wanted. If I listened to fear, I wouldn't have got what I wanted. But I didn't. I listened to God. I did what my heart was telling me to do, and I got what I wanted. And she texted me afterwards. She said, oh my God, I can't believe we kissed. That was crazy. I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then from that, other things happened too. Okay, let's just say that. I'm not going to go into detail, but a lot of other really awesome things happened after I chose that. Okay, so the whole example of this, though, is to not listen to fear. If you want to go text your twin flame, text your twin flame. You want to go kiss your twin flame, go kiss them. Might go have sex with them, just do it. Okay? But don't do it because I'm telling you, right? Again, out of your boundaries. You know, if you're in a third-party situation, you don't be that side chick. Again, do what's right for you in your union. But I feel like a lot of you are just afraid for no reason. It's not, you don't need to be like afraid. And your twin flame is not this scary monster. Like your twin flame is not this scary monster that you'd have to avoid. But every time you go, oh my God, I'm scared to text my twin flame. Well, look at that. Why are you afraid? How are you looking at your twin flame? Do you see your twin flame as separate from you? Because they're literally just you. So you're afraid of yourself, but you're afraid of your twin flame. That's what it is. You're afraid. Let that go. No, so if you reached out and your twin flame has not responded to you, then like that's okay. But you made that step. So don't wait. Like we just talked about, don't be in a waiting energy. Just surrender it. Okay, I let this go. I let this go. You surrender it to God. You go, all right, well, however communication with my twin flame is right now, that's fine. And then you focus on yourself. And then you work on yourself. But if you're constantly in this waiting energy, if you're constantly like, I'm waiting for my outside and to see the results of my union and my mirror work, that's going to be really shitty. Like, you're not going to feel good. I'm telling you. If you base your life off of your results with your twin flame, it's not going to be fun. Your results are how do you feel on the inside. The results are how you feel on the inside, and however you feel on the inside will reflect outwardly. And you gotta be patient too, because sometimes your reality takes a little bit to align with your inner, right? But if you're doing the spiritual work daily, you're doing the mirror exercise, you're fully committed to this work, at some point your twin flame is going to come over to you and be with you. Like that's guaranteed. At some point they're gonna stop doing whatever they're doing and be with you. But if that's all you're trying to get is your twin flame to be with you, then you're not really getting the point or the journey at all. Because the journey is not about your twin flame. It's about you. It's about you and your relationship with God. So focus on that. And the more that you focus on that, the more your twin flame will naturally be attracted to you. That's why it's so important to not look on the outside. Don't look on the outside. Don't look at it through with somebody else. Don't look at if like whatever the illusion is, don't look at it and analyze it. Like accept that it's happening, but don't accept that as the truth. It's not the truth. If they're married to somebody else, that's not the truth. If they're happy, that's not the truth. Don't focus on that. Focus on the truth of what is actually real. That you're twin flames. And when the time is right, you will be together. And it's not about waiting for divine timing, right? You're not waiting for anything. It's just, yeah, you're on a certain timing. You know, you don't know how your union is going to happen or what's going to go on. All you know is that when you choose it, it's coming towards you. And I say this all the time. And Jeff said it, and it's completely true. Like, you don't know what day or what time or how it's going to happen, but it's coming to you when you're choosing it. So don't focus on the marriage. Don't focus on all of these things, right? Do what's best for you. Okay. If like right here, if he's currently deciding between me and a third party, should I remain in contact? Sure. Keep talking to him, but also keep respecting yourself. Keep valuing yourself. Don't give up all these things like for your twin flame. Because as soon as you put them on the pedestal, as soon as you devalue yourself, as soon as you take the focus and attention off of yourself, boom, that's when they go. That's when they go over there. That's when they, right? Like that's when you don't have that space with them anymore. And not to say you can never have that space with them again, no. But I'm just saying the way your union is focusing on yourself. If you focus on all these problems or all these things in your reality, like, it's not going to feel good. Just if it's upsetting you, do the mirror exercise, love yourself so you're at peace with the situation, and then move on, right? Move on to the next thing. Okay, how can I have more love in my life right now? How can I improve my life right now, right? Are you guys asking yourself these questions at all? Or are you just thinking about your twin flame 24/7, right? Are you saying, how can I improve my life? How can I be more happier in my life? How do I feel about myself right now? How do I feel about my body? How do I feel about the food that I'm eating? How do I feel about my relationships? How do I feel about my job? How do I feel about my finances, my house, my car, pets, right? That's what you should be asking yourself. Oh, how can I become the better version of myself? How can I love myself more each day of my life? You don't need to be thinking about your twin flame. How can I get my twin flame to love me? How can I be in contact with them? How can I have this relationship with them? How can I have sex with them? How can I get them to be with me? You're just focusing on them. Focus on you. Love yourself. Have an amazing life. Your twin flame being in your life is not going to make your life amazing. It's not. It's going to only add to your life. But you have to have like that amazing life. Like you deserve that. Give yourself an amazing life. Be happy. Like get to the space where you're happy with not having your twin flame. And in no way, shape, or form am I saying give up the desire to have your twin flame. No. But be happy in your life now, just as you are. Oh, I'm really happy right now. Like I don't need anything or anybody. Like I'm happy. I have an amazing job. I have an amazing relationship with myself and with God. I feel so good. I feel fulfilled. If you honestly feel like that, your twin flame is going to be all over you, knocking on your door like, hey, dude, I'm here to love you. So focus on that. Don't focus on them. Don't do it. That's how you're hurting your twin flame relationship. And I wouldn't say hurting, but that's how you're like stifling the relationship because you're putting all your time and your energy onto this one person. And so thinking about this, right, just put this into perspective. And we're going to do this. So, you know, like all your other past relationships, you broke up with them. And then, yeah, like a few months later, you forgot about them and you focused on yourself, right? And you just went back to your life, blah, 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 la-di-da, right? So what I'm trying to say is, imagine like you never met your twin flame. What would you be doing right now? You know what I mean? How would you be living your life? Would you be happy? Would you be focusing on yourself? I'd hope you'd be focusing on yourself, right? But that's the goal, okay? That's what you should be doing anyways. Like meeting your twin flame should not change anything. The only thing now that's changed that you met your twin flame is that now you have a direct mirror of the relationship with yourself and your relationship with God. It's as simple as easy as that. Of course, it's impossible not to think about them. Like, you're always going to think of your twin flame. You're always going to be reminded of them. But the key thing is just focusing on yourself. It's just giving all of your attention to yourself. You're never going to be able to forget them. Trust me. You're never going to be able to numb out to them or, like, not desire or want them. That will never be the case. But the case is that you have to focus on you. Union is possible, and union is... No, you don't have to ignore your twin flame. Oh my goodness. Your twin flame is literally you. Twin flame is literally you. So if you're focusing on yourself, you're not ignoring your twin flame. If he's ignoring you, then it means that you're ignoring yourself. So just listen to what I'm saying. It's your relationship with yourself that your twin flame mirrors, and your relationship with God. So if you don't have a relationship with God or source, universe, right, whatever you say, focus on yourself. If she's blocked you, focus on yourself. Stop worrying about breaking no contact. Just focus on you. Focus on you. Union is always possible in a lifetime if you choose it. Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about if you're blocked. If you want to give them attention, give attention to yourself. Give attention to yourself first. Why are you avoiding giving attention to yourself? It's okay to love your twin flame. It's okay to feel all these feelings for them. I'll give you guys a direct key. Your relationship with God and Source is so important because the love that you receive from your twin flame is directly from God. God is the person who loves you through your twin flame. God is your twin flame, essentially. God is your source. God is the person that created your twin flame for you. Okay? And so that's why you can't forget about your twin flame and you love being loved by them so much because it's directly from God. And so if you don't really have a good relationship with God, you'll find that you don't really have a good relationship with your twin flame. And that's okay. But God literally created your twin flame for you because God can't physically come down and like love you. So God created your twin flame for you so he can love you through that. So God's loving you through your twin flame. That's why it's so intense. That's why the connection is so crazy and ecstatic and the sex is... like it's because it's God. It's divine love. Okay? So if you want divine love in your life, you have to focus on having a relationship with divine love. So see your twin flame as that. Your twin flame is not this separate person. Just you. It's just God. That's why in the book, Twin Flames Finding Your Ultimate Lover, it says that God is your ultimate lover. God is your ultimate lover first. First and foremost. No, you can pour into your twin flame. Of course, you can love them. But it's about focusing on the relationship with yourself. So for example, when your twin flame comes into your life, they're just adding something to your life, right? You're getting to be with all of yourself. So it doesn't mean, oh, you can't love your twin flame. No, love them. Give them all of your love. But love yourself first. Love yourself first. So don't love them at the expense of yourself, right? I know that it's really hard because we're so used to like soulmate relationships. We're so used to relationships that aren't our twin flames. And so all we're doing is we're just releasing that. We're just releasing that. And that's okay to do that. But if you just focus on yourself and you're focused on God and you come into you with your twin flame, it's just going to be natural like that. Like, it doesn't mean you can't love them or pour into them. It just means you still have to put yourself first. You still have to put yourself and God first. It's literally God, yourself, your twin flame. And the way that you find out who your true twin flame is by doing the inner work, by aligning to your divine self, clearing the blocks to your union, and your twin flame, your true twin flame will be magnetized to you. The more of yourself that you are, the more your true twin flame will come towards you, and people that are not your twin flame will leave your life. How to put God first. It's a simple choice. Like, putting God first and putting yourself first is kind of the same thing. Start with putting yourself first and like loving and having all of your attention on yourself first. Yes, twin flames are meant to be together. Can a man be a chaser and twin flame? So I'll tell you a story. A runner and chaser dynamic in the twin flame relationship is not a real thing. If you are chasing your twin flame and they're running, it's because they're only reflecting you're running from yourself. If you're running from your twin flame, it's the same thing as you're running from yourself. Love is the most important thing in the universe, because like love is the only thing that exists. How do you best handle separation? You just focus on loving yourself. Just giving yourself all the love and attention that you need. That's all you gotta do. That's all you have to do. Give yourself what you're seeking from your twin flame. Like, ask yourself right now, what are you seeking from your twin flame? And then just give that. And this is the question for everybody. What are you seeking? And then give that. Oh, I want attention from them. Give yourself attention. Age gaps don't matter, and country gaps don't matter either for twin flames. If your twin flame doesn't want to be with you, then you don't want to be with yourself. That's it. Stop seeing your twin flame as separate from you. That will help you all a lot too. How about same-sex relationships? Completely normal in twin flames, actually. It's a thing. I'm in a same-sex relationship. Bet you guys don't know that. Like, it doesn't matter about your body. There's a divine masculine and divine feminine. Doesn't matter what body you're in or how you're born. You're just you. Twin flame relationships are only toxic if you have a toxic relationship with yourself. Easy and simple. Take this in for a moment. Your twin flame is you. They're not separate from you. Whatever they're doing, you're doing. My twin flame is not contacting me. My twin flame doesn't want to be with me. Oh, I'm not communicating with myself. I don't want to be with myself. Oh my God, that's so true. Or it can be this too. Where are you avoiding your relationship with God? Where you're not communicating with God? Because that's also a very important thing too. It's also about your relationship with God. Where are you ignoring that? Because if you're ignoring your relationship with God, or you're ignoring what God's telling you, your twin flame is going to reflect that and ignore you. Doesn't matter if his mother doesn't like you. Doesn't matter. Like, I personally, like, I don't care who likes my twin flame or who doesn't. Like, that's my twin flame. I don't care. That's not going to stop my union. Buy this book, okay? If you don't have it already, and if you don't have the free introductory course, I'll say that again, free, download that. Click the link in our bio and download the free introductory course, sign up for it. It will come in your email. And that's going to teach you a lot about the twin flame relationship too, in your next steps, and how you get started. Because you don't have to do this alone. You can be supported in your journey. Okay? Promise. And if you do this work, and you're completely committed to it, and you're 100% all in, you will have your twin flame union. And that I can guarantee and promise. Because this work always works. So, thank you guys again. I will see you next week. Okay? Every Monday, 1 p.m. EST, I'm here. So if you missed it or anything like that, you can come back and I'll be here to support you guys. Okay? But like I said, get the book, download the free introductory course, and start those, and I'll see you next Monday. Okay?